The architects of collapse, how currency failures are engineered, not accidental. 1. Introduction. Monetary collapse is not an unfortunate quirk of history, it is a recurring strategy. While the public is told currency devaluation is the result of war, disaster, or poor leadership, the truth often lies elsewhere. Collapse is usually the consequence of deliberate monetary policy, orchestrated by elites to redistribute wealth upward while the public absorbs the losses. Currency does not simply vanish, it is transferred. Footnote. Currency collapses historically follow deliberate policies rather than random economic accidents. 2. The Roman Blueprint. Rome's economic decline began not on the battlefield, but in the mint. As imperial costs surged, rulers began mixing silver coins with base metals, gradually debasing the currency. This was not mismanagement, it was state policy. The denarius lost its purchasing power, allowing the empire to fund military expansion and civil bureaucracy, while inflating away the wealth of its citizens. It was inflation with a laurel wreath. Footnote. Roman emperors pioneered monetary debasement to fund state ambitions while hiding the true cost from the public. 3. Paper promises and imperial failures. During the Yuan dynasty, paper currency backed by imperial authority, not metal reserves, helped fund trade and expansion. Until it didn't. When spending outpaced backing, the state printed more notes, leading to hyperinflation and rebellion. As with Rome, collapse was not accidental, but the result of rulers sacrificing monetary integrity for survival. Footnote. Yuan dynasty collapse was fueled by paper money overproduction designed to mask fiscal shortfalls. 4. Weimar Germany's lesson. Post-World War I Germany printed its way out of reparations and into hyperinflation. The middle class was wiped out. Government debts disappeared. Meanwhile, assets were snapped up by elites and foreign buyers for pennies. The collapse was not economic clumsiness, it was an engineered reset of obligations, disguised as crisis. Footnote. Weimar inflation was a policy tool used to erase national debt and shift asset ownership to elites. 5. Bretton Woods, Nixon, and the dollar's unpegging. The 1971 decision to decouple the dollar from gold was not a reactive maneuver, it was a strategic pivot. Free from gold's limitations, the U.S. printed money to fund wars and welfare programs. The result was decades of inflation masked as growth. Savers lost value, the elite gained liquidity. Footnote. Ending the gold standard enabled unchecked currency creation and concealed inflationary wealth transfers. 6. Asia's engineered crisis. In 1997, speculative attacks on Asian currencies led to cascading collapses. Western institutions, particularly the IMF, swooped in with rescue packages, strings attached. Austerity, asset sales, and restructuring followed. Local populations suffered, global financiers profited. It was currency warfare masquerading as policy reform. Footnote. The 1997 Asian crisis showcased how speculative and institutional interests exploit collapsing currencies. 7. The playbook today. Today's debt-driven global system echoes past collapses. Massive fiscal deficits, unchecked money printing, and global inflation mirror the lead-up to every prior implosion. While officials cite unpredictable crises, the mechanisms are predictable. The only surprise is how few recognize the pattern until it's too late. Footnote. Modern inflation and monetary risk suggest history's collapse cycle is repeating, this time globally.